throughout our day. And so I believe if we were to all, Lord, may that be our, Lord, they sense Holy Spirit. I love God, thank you. If it were not so, I would have told way you know. And then Jesus, thank you. Thank you in our life this morning. That it will be our heart's desire. Be still. They haven't really, asked for the medication, and that's fine. And we know that your heart this morning. They're leading me, and that's okay. Yeah, it's here, and we're going to be there for a little bit yet. Taste tester, as you're turning to just that are more foundational review. Over the course, the northern tribe is from Jerusalem back to Babylon. Persia comes, defeats Babylon. If you want, just a century, go back, they leave Babylon under temple. The second exit, he was a taste tester. While this is taking place, caused him to become a Babylonian. But last week, our first, what does that mean? That means half of Nehemiah chapter 1. I don't know if that was I think it was chapter 2, Nehemiah, in the 20th year. Therefore, the king said, not be sad when the city, God of heaven. And I said, return. And so see, date, we were living in separate towns. She was living, and we went back. But when we went back that week in several, because she did not back and do nothing, the Jewish people captive from whatsoever. The job, he had it made for comfortable, to risk it all, and it belonged in himself. Don't that many, many times. I want to be a part of a God. It didn't matter how comfortable. Not only does here this morning. Saying that. Okay? An amen or an ouch. A number of 40-some of you trying to tell yourself that. But you some people can just be a prayer warrior. But there's been a flyer a couple weeks now. There are all types of ministries. That's my challenge. At some point in time, Nehemiah, what code in for a tool belt? When God leader is a worship pastor. And I gave God on the desk, you have to start preparing the next one. Say, Brock, I want you to tell me, some of you this morning, you just do it. To your will and Spirit speaks to us. That's all he wants. That we have taken over the first and ask for apology. There first needs to be the bed. It tells you to move. I trusted, a solid foundation. Have to get out of our comforts. I'll share the other two tomorrow as we can, or next one today. Under this, we can be bold with the king. This is back in the foot disease, doesn't it? But it's not. He is proskinesis. And then after you knelt, dreadfully afraid. King about the bad. Before the king could deny your request, or he could a long break, and in parentheses, the queen felt. But here's the thing. The king, he knew. We know the king. Here again, next time that you really needed God, we'll pass it on, or if you can come back later. He is there. Old, he who keeps Israel. We don't have to worry. Okay, maybe not you, but everyone. Oh, forget the appointment. You live in Broward, but how many? He got up to the clerk. That moment, I contemplated the very meaning. And as soon as we got our, if you're wondering if you've, okay, 1.9 million, yeah, from God, the only paperwork into this. God, our God, we still need to have unclean lips. When John, and a prostrated of a God that is, just yesterday, about always what we have to do for that gives and does. It's a God of love. He is a Church of God pastor. And they were outgrowing their, redirecting them to build at the church would buy their existing building. However, month after month, but with 3 days before the renting by the church for the full amount, come say it with me, of need. Provided that we, so I don't know where God's. Some of you are there right now. And then if he's leading you into You know, I don't think that's different for all of us. Things out there that you have told your kingdom. And God, I think that they can be bold with you, and may they lead. We love you, God.
I'll serve, ever serve to me, and hear it, Lord, for thy servant ever.
Father, that's our heart's cry this morning. Amen. You may be seated. You may enhance and further and multiply your kingdom.
Of your majesty on my
This Wednesday, I'll be starting a series in April. The announcement. You all know how to read, so thank you for being a great, great father of the Coral Springs Community Church. We love you now.